Hi, welcome back to WonderFest TV. I'm Kat.
I'm Arlene.
This is Ralph.
Hi, Ralph.
So we just concluded like some very awesome performance,
Yes.
and then we did some Nia, which was kind of performing ourselves.
Right, exactly.
Just a nice movement, which felt actually really good. I encourage everyone to try that. Just get some music on and do some slow, groovy kind of motions.
I think it's important, especially with our society today. Everything's so fast-paced that everyone, like for me, for example, I would just go into my car and I sit all day, and you know I don't have that chance to actually let all my joints, warm up.
Yep. And your mind too, because you're kind of in that moment slowing it down, right?
That's
like
true.
You're not worrying, rushing, hurrying, or worrying. You're just like going through it just very slowly, and it feels really good.
I think it's a cool way to start off the day for sure.
I'm going to do it every day from now on.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Let us know how it works out.
That's a good goal, eh?
Yeah.
Want to talk about other goals?
Okay, so last week's goal
Yep.
was to send a text or a note or call somebody out of the blue and basically tell them why you think they're great and why you're happy that they're part of your life. And how was that for you?
It was great for me. I love that. Like I will often do that. Like if I'm thinking of someone, I'll often like just send them a note and say, "Remember that time?" or find a picture of us. Remember when we used to hang out or whatever? Especially if I haven't seen them in a long time.
Right.
So I loved it. And then it's just like a nice back and forth of, "Oh, I miss you too," you know.
Yeah, definitely. And like there's a lot of things around me that remind me of other people, and or like a song, or like, oh, do you remember that movie that we were watching? Like I love Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls. So like some of the catchphrases in there, like I would like message that to my friends that I would quote the movie with, and it's just like it brings that connection back, brings us back to that, but brings us together in present day, and trying to figure
it's just
out.
like a nice moment of connection, right?
Exactly.
Like it's just kind of like a nod to your relationship or whatever.
For sure, yeah.
I like to do that with memes as well. It's a little different, but something that your friend will really jive with, make them laugh. It's just like a nice kind of
definitely,
thing.
yeah.
I really liked that goal.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So this week's goal
is to get up every day. Well, obviously you're going to do that anyway, hopefully, and then write for 30 minutes. So whether you do it right in the morning if 30 minutes goes pretty fast though.
Yeah.
And just stream of consciousness, just write whatever you want to write.
Right.
This is actually something that comes from the Artist's Way and probably other sources as well, where even if you don't feel like writing, just write, "I don't feel like writing, I have nothing to say, I have nothing to say, why don't I have anything to say?" And eventually it will lead into something.
Right, yeah, and it's really cool because when I first started doing that, it was like, that's exactly what I was doing, because I would like think, oh, it's got to be really good, but then I forget, I'm just writing whatever's in my head. And that's really important to just kind of let your thoughts out, especially if something is, you're worried about something during the day, or you're nervous about something that's coming up, and you're trying to, keeping all those emotions inside will probably elevate them. So, you're getting it out of your system, think in ink. That's like, I was joking around that I'd rather just type it all out because it's a lot easier, but writing it out is way better.
Well, there is a connection between the mind and body when you actually write it out, and just getting all those thoughts out. Sometimes you're not even aware of what's bothering you, and then you write it down and you're like, oh,
nice.
And sometimes you just need to get all that stuff that's on the top off,
right?
Like shovel that away so that you can get to some really cool things underneath. So
that's cool.
So I'm looking forward to doing this and seeing what treasures are in my brain.
Me too.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, this has been a great show. Thank you to the IDC and to Barbara Addis.
Yes, and to the Rogers crew here.
And to you.
And to you.
And our
to
awesome,
you.
And you.
to Ralph.
And our awesome volunteers as well for helping us out.
Thank you so much. Cheers. Have a glorious, empowering day.